This is our 2014 Nissan Rogue. Problem today, we're gonna fix the air conditioner. This car has been fantastic. It has 190,000 miles on it. We've had very few major problems. Well, we only had really one, which was an oil leak on the valve gasket on the top of the engine, but that was fixed along with new spark plugs, so everything works a whole lot better up there now. We have put a couple rounds of tires, put a couple batteries in this car, but so far it's been a great car. It's still running great, other than pretty sure the fan motor for the air conditioner is out. You're probably like, how do you know the fan motor's out? Well, for one, the AC doesn't always kick on. And at first we thought, oh, it's the air conditioner. But I realized it wouldn't work no matter what fan speed I put it at. Even if I turned the AC off, the fans weren't blowing anything. It didn't blow anything if I put the heat on or the defroster. So at that point I realized it's not the air conditioning. So then we start troubleshooting even more. Find some videos online, talks about there's a clutch for the AC. When you press the AC button on the air conditioning panel, you should hear a click in the engine and engage. Sure enough, pop the hood, it engages, works fine. The only thing that doesn't work is the fan. It's sporadic. See, this model, you can turn off the whole AC system with this button. So that's what we tried multiple times, see if we could kickstart it. Tried the fan from low to high. We tried all the different modes. We tried auto, tried defrost, like I said before. Couldn't get it to work. But every now and then, if you got above a certain speed limit, the fence would start blowing air just perfectly. Now, one thing that we did notice though, is when it did kick on, you would hear like, almost like a piece of paper when you stick it in a fan, that brrrr kind of sound. You would notice that on the startup of the fan blowing. So that gives a good indicator that something's either A, stuck in the fan, or the fan is dying. And when I started looking up how much does it cost by a fan, between like $30 to $60, depending on what brand you want. They're all knockoffs. So that's how we knew, let's try the fan. And when I started looking up videos, I found a whole bunch how to replace blower fans on this model car, which tells me it's a common problem. There wasn't a whole lot about an AC clutch, and I'll be honest, if it was the AC clutch, I'm taking it to a mechanic. That is so buried down in the engine, you have to take off the whole front right tire, you gotta take off the whole brake assembly, then you gotta take off all the cladding to be able just to reach it. And I was just like, nope, I'll pay somebody to do that one. But for this, it's inside. This, actually, it's behind this touch panel right here. So I've got to take all of this stuff off and get to the blower. So let's see how this goes. Now I've got a new blower motor right here. As you can see, they're decent size. Like, it's my hand, here's the motor, like, it's a lot bigger than I thought it was. First, I'm gonna pop this panel off. You just done. Okay, there's the panel. Gave it a good tug. I do remember. I'll link some videos in my description of other people that showed to do this. A lot of folks said just to loosen the screw, not take it all the way out. And then that's pretty fun. Little hooks right here. Yeah, that way you can just pop out. I can see the blower motor, it's up inside here. So we gotta get this panel off, which apparently requires popping off this piece and the head-end unit right there. I will say though, after popping this out, that's not gonna be fun to get back in. That definitely had a little bit of a uniqueness to it. After this one are 6 screws. I brought an 8 carton, put my screws in, try and stay semi-organized. I'm notorious for just putting all the screws in a pile and then not remembering where I stuck them. Another tool you might want if you don't have one, get you one of these magnet extensions, because when you're working in a car, it's so easy to drop screws down to the belly of the car that you can't reach. So I've got all my screws out of this. And now comes the fun part. Okay, so we're making some progress. Let's see if I can got this popped off, this panel popped off. So now see these screws out, I can get this guy popped out. That's some kind of cool how to do this. Good reverse engineering tool. Ah, there we go. Okay, now I can get this guy, and I'm gonna stick my magnet here. There we go. Another trick too is, if it's magnetized, put the magnet on it, also will make it magnetized a little bit. Just need enough to get that screw out. I was just being a wuss. I just had to give it a good tug and it came right out. It was just in there. So now, and then I was able to pop this piece off once that was off. So in theory, yep, I can now get to the fun part, or so it seems. As you can see, there's my blower motor, that big round thing right there. So I gotta pull that tab out, undo that screw, and the whole thing twists, pops out. So now to see if I can get it out. Well, here we have it. Original blower motor, 190,000 miles of pushing air. You can see it's got like some kind of gray where something's been smacking it. So I gotta try and look inside there and see if there's something sticking down that shouldn't be in there. But, got it out. So now, put in the new one. Alright. Nothing was in there. It was clean. Still a little dusty, but nothing crazy. Now the fun part. Getting this into that spot, which will definitely be easier said. Okay, got that. Now see if I can get a tiny little screw. That was. That's there. There we go. Okay. That back in. Now for the fun part. Getting everything back into its spot. Whew. Let's see if I can remember how to do this now. Okay, so plug these back in. Thankfully, there's only one way to plug that in, so you can't mess it up. Well, there we go. At least it looks right. Now to get that back in. Now I see there's 2 hooks right there. Slide around it. Getting ahead of myself. I gotta put all these screws back in. Getting something to get. This thing back in here. Okay. Well, a little more pain-free than expected. Hey, looky there. Huh? Well, I thought I got it done nicely, but... Oh, wait. Probably because I don't have this paper. There we go. Now the fun part. See if this all turns on and blows air. Oh, this works. The air kicks on. I don't hear a weird sound. Guess time will tell if that really was it. This isn't being sporadic on me. Oh. Nah, it definitely isn't, because this air is blowing way better than it ever blew, and it's only at mid-power right now, so... thank you, ChatGPT. Well, there we go. Air works again. That wasn't so bad. I'll try and put some links to the videos that I watched to do this. First thing I used was ChatGPT. I basically just told it, hey, these are the problems I'm having. I just kind of walked through step by step. It prompted more questions, and I'd answer those. And that's how I basically landed on, it's gotta be the blower. Made sense once I started troubleshooting. Watched videos on how to replace the blower. I also put a link for the fan that I bought, like a dozen of them on Amazon. But I'll make sure to put that in the link below. Make sure to put the videos I watched in the link below. And that way, if you have the same problem, give it a go. Wasn't too bad. It's intimidating, I will give it that. It is very intimidating to pull your car apart, but it'll save you a whole lot of money. See you next one.